So ever since E3 earlier this year, there's been something that's been bugging me. And no, this is not Halo related. This is about Gears of War 5. I am a fan of Gears of War. I have been a fan since 2006 whenever the initial game came out. And honestly, I love this series. But there's been something that's been bugging me. Something that's been bugging me ever since I saw this trailer, and I've only mentioned it a handful of times either on live stream or to my friends in private. And it's this.
I'm not going.
Excuse me?
For months now, I've been having these dreams. Nightmares. But I think they were messages.
What?
Something's happening to me.
It's your grandmother's?
Enough. We'll deal with this later. Foz, round these people up.
I need help.
There's a place up north. I think we can find you answers there.
No!
That's right. Marcus just looks at this necklace and just says those simple lines. This was your grandmother's, and I know a place, it's up north. And honestly, this is what threw me off. Seeing that necklace and basically using simple process of elimination between the only two females we know about in the entire Locust Army being a Berserker or the Locust Queen. And I personally cannot imagine anyone trying to have sex with a Berserker, so I think I'm going to go with the more obvious Locust Queen as Kait's grandmother. Now, I could be wrong, there could be some information we find out later in the game, but this is just theorizing. But it's so off-putting whenever no one understands and the only female Marcus knows about in the entire Locust Army, besides the Berserker, is the Locust Queen. And honestly, his reaction is so just out of character in my opinion. I mean, if I found out that my worst enemy that I ever faced, that caused me years of pain and suffering, killed my best friend, killed my father, and caused all this suffering for years, for the majority of my life, and that this was the granddaughter of that enemy, I would be a lot more cautious and not as accepting as Marcus is being. Honestly, it seems like to me that JD and Marcus's whole characteristics are all switched, because honestly, this reaction from JD is something I would expect more of Marcus in this kind of situation.
Hey, watch her. Her necklace? That's a Locust symbol.
Yeah, so?
She would never be our enemy by choice. I know that.
Because she would die for us.
I know that. But what if it's not her choice?
Exactly. I would expect this coming from a veteran who has dealt with the Locust inside and out, a veteran who's been in their hives, been in their caves, been in their minds, and knows them better than anyone. That is the reaction I would expect from Marcus Phoenix, not from JD, who has not as much experience. Now, as you guys can tell, this is taking place in winter, kind of like Gears of War 2 did. Honestly, maybe times have changed, maybe things have gone better, but still, nonetheless, I would expect this coming from Marcus, not JD, and that's what's got me concerned, and a lot of my friends who are fans of Gears of War concerned for Gears of War 5. Why is it that the characteristics of Marcus are getting pushed back? Why is it that the person that is the leader, in my opinion, still the leader to this day, even though JD is technically higher in the ranks because he is a lieutenant and Marcus is a sergeant still, like, I don't get that. It doesn't make sense to me characteristics wise whenever Marcus knows this better than anyone. He can put 2 and 2 together. Oh shit, that is a symbol of the Locust. Oh shit, that could have belonged to the bitch that killed my best friend, killed my father, made a lot of my friends kill themselves, made a lot of people I know and love die. I would be giving that speech to Dell, not JD. JD, yes, is a great character in my opinion. I love JD. I love all the new characters of Gears of War. Honestly, I'm a little bit frustrated with the whole forcing the whole view on Kait and the whole game being focused around Kait, but I understand why, since it is a story based around, and it led up from Gears 4 into Gears 5 being focused around Kait and this whole necklace situation, and that the whole mystery being that she's the granddaughter of the Locust Queen. I understand that, but nonetheless, I feel like the characteristics in this trailer were totally off. And I know that this video is super late. I know that this video should have been done back when E3 was fresh in my mind. But honestly, I didn't think it was a big deal until I sat down and I really thought about it, and I watched the cutscene in the trailer over and over and over again. I just said, no, this isn't right. This isn't how it should be. This isn't, I don't think this is in the right motion. And a lot of my friends agree. A lot of people who I know who have played all the Gears of War games feel like this doesn't seem right in the characteristics of Marcus Phoenix. This seems more like the characteristics of, JD being the accepting one, being the one who wants to help his best friend. And honestly, the characteristics that JD show in the trailer seem something more like what Marcus should be showing towards this, being cautious, being worried, and trying to protect Dell and explain, look, you need to be careful. She is our friend. I know that, but we need to make sure that she's on our side. She would die for us. I know that, but what if it's not her choice? Look, could I be overthinking this? Yeah, I could. But is it a bit concerning whenever this is the only character who has dealt with the Locust as much as Marcus has, and does not put 2 and 2 together and realize there could be a possibility of this being the granddaughter of your greatest enemy? That to me is confusing and concerning, especially when someone who has very little experience is acting like they know better than the guy who knew everything about the Locust, fought and defeated some of their greatest warriors, and ended the war by killing their queen. And I'm just gonna say this one last time. There was only 2 females in the entire Locust army that we know of so far, unless they force one in. The Queen and the Berserker. I don't see anyone sticking their dick in a Berserker. So I'm gonna go with my Queen theory that she is the grandmother of Kait. Or that at least even if she isn't the grandmother of Kait, that he should be putting 2 and 2 together and at least having that theory and being a lot more cautious than he was in that trailer. That's just my opinion, but what do you guys think? Let me know what you think down in the comment section down below, and while you're down there, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like on it. If you didn't, go ahead, leave a dislike. It's not gonna bug me. It actually just makes this video even more popular, so I appreciate it. Also, if you're down there and you want to, kind of talk to me or get in contact with me, there are a few ways to do so. First of all, you got my Twitch, which I stream on quite a lot, and I'm going to be continuing to do, because honestly, streaming's been a lot more fun than making videos, but I am enjoying this nonetheless. You also have the option of reaching me on Twitter. Twitter is a great option. I try and reply when and where I can, and I talk to some of the funniest people on the internet. It's great times all around. Thirdly, and this is a new one that I never really promote in my videos, my Instagram. I post quite a lot of photos of either me or things I'm collecting, or hell, I've got an idea for something that I kind of want to do for the future to get that Instagram growing, but I'll probably save that for another video explaining that, because honestly I think it's a cool idea, but I've gotten a little bit of, pushback against it, but we'll talk about that later on. And then finally, you have our Discord with our amazing community of people. I've got a number of awesome people that are in our community who either are, big Halo nerds, or they love anime, or they love everything in between. There's a lot of options, and maybe you can make some new friends and talk about, lore, or, subjects along these lines. Like, this is more of a lore focused video, so maybe there's some Gears of War nuts that are down there. I know there's a lot of Xbox guys, so maybe there's some Gears of War nuts, but guys, I appreciate it. Thank you for enjoying this video. If you did, if you didn't, and you just hate my guts and you're just watching because you hate me so much, thank you for watching it too. I really appreciate it nonetheless. But I think that's going to do it for this video. So as always, guys, Gamer J Lee signing out.